Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this video and on the Ambitiously the Podcast YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect the opinion of our and Ambitiously the Podcast YouTube channel. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. TVMA, viewer discretion is advised. All commentary is alleged. Tired of financial headaches? Are late nights spent balancing books instead of building your business? You need Labora Lee Bookkeeping. We take the stress out of your finances. Labora Lee Bookkeeping offers expert solutions for all your needs: precise bookkeeping, efficient payroll, and comprehensive tax preparation. We empower small businesses with accurate financial insights, helping them make smart decisions and achieve greater profitability. Stop stressing and start succeeding. Contact Labora Lee Bookkeeping today for a free financial assessment. That's Labora Lee Bookkeeping. Get back to business.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all, what's up? What is up? It is me, your girl, Labora Lee, aka Cat Lee, and
You have now tuned in to Ambitiously the Podcast.
listen, you have tuned in. Today is the WIRETAP. Today is the day that we get into these court cases because they need to be gotten into. This is why we do it. Plus, it kind of adds to the nosiness that is us. We love being nosy over here. But before I get into all of that, before I even talk about any of that, let's talk about these things, which is join the conversation. You can do that by calling in. The number is 443-551-5963. 443-551-5963. You can call in. You'll be live on air. You can send a text message. I will read it live on air. Or you can drop a comment. That will be on the screen and also be read live on air. That's that. Let's talk about that. If you would like to talk to us about anything, and I do mean anything at all, contact at ambitiouslyent.com. contact@ambitiouslyent.com, or you can hit us up at ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Again, ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. While you at it, while you at it, check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com, and join the coffee community while you are over there. Yeah, I'll tell you why I really want you to do that a little later on. A little later on. Uh, Listen, like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. Hold on. Why is that? Okay, like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, every subscription that we can get. So we would appreciate it if you did that. Yep, yep, yep. And before I read that, before we get into this case, let me just do this one more time.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this video and on the Ambitiously the Podcast YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect the opinion of our and Ambitiously the Podcast YouTube channel. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. TVMA, viewer discretion is advised. All commentary is alleged.
Yeah, because we need that to be said. We don't want anybody to think that we over here reporting foul and malicious news, nor do we want y'all to think that y'all can hinder what it is that we have to say, because you can't. But we're going to talk about it. You shouldn't be doing these things for us to have to talk about it. So we talk about it. That's what we do. So right now we are discussing this case against Desiree Perez, who is the president of ROC Nation, and the lawsuit that her daughter has set against her, and her name is Damori Headley. Sorry, um, Headley. Okay. Oh, Headley. Um, and we're about to jump into the things that she's alleging that her mom Dukes was doing to her. Mind you, now which the scene. Let me set the scene. Desiree is in New York. She lives in New York. Damori lives in Miami, so they are states apart. Let me just start with that. There are going to be things in this case that you're going to hear this evening that might not be appetizing to your ears, but you're going to hear them because this is a part of the case. So it is what it is. So last we left off on number 59. I was trying to find the word that I wanted to use, but we left off at 59. Now, this is where it gets a little juicy. So just listen, hear it out before you make your decision about what it is that you think is going on. Hear the situation out. So, this is what Damori's saying. But secretly, Desiree continued to engage in acts exposing herself and others, both civil and criminal liability, with which the state prosecutor noted in her closeout memorandum relating to Javon's fraudulent arrest. So let me break that down real quick. Okay. Break that down a little bit. So Damori is alleging that her mother made false accusations towards Damori's husband, whose name is Javon. Um, this is what she's stating. Okay, Doc, I was waiting for you to get in here. I'm like, where? I was getting ready to ask, like, where you at, Doc? Where you at? Where you at? All right, I'm gonna bring Doc in real quick. You ready, babes? All right, okay. Let's bring Doc in the building real quick. Hey, honey bee.
What's up? Yeah, what's up? I'm having a little bit of issue trying to get the case up. My bad. My
Okay,
tab's
well,
up
I'm gonna
there.
just keep going while you getting that together. All right,
Okay.
so um Javon is her husband, and she's stating that her mother had him falsely arrested. That's where we left off at. So I'm gonna read this statement right here, which says the victim's mother called in a false 911 call in December, which is a crime in and of itself, and reported that the victim was getting kidnapped. The victim's mother also petitioned to have the victim Marchman acted, um, and the victim was Baker acted. The witness under oath told ASA subpoena and ASA Farrell that the victim does not do drugs or drink, which is crazy. Um, that's even a thing. But the Markman Act was voluntarily withdrawn April the 5th, the day the defendant was arrested for the case. This case numbers, I'm not going into the case numbers. The victim on April 16th of 2024 testified under oath. So what she's saying is Desiree alleged that she was on drugs and was being kidnapped by her own husband. And now your husband can kidnap you, but in this case, that was not the case. And people had to, basically testify to the fact that she does not do drugs, nor does she drink. That's that. So as related to the lawsuit, Desiree conspired with others to illegally record the Headleys in their bedroom, hacked Desiree's iPhone, unlawfully obtained the Headleys on several occasions, which included concocting false evidence against them. Sheesh. Not concocting false evidence. No, 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 no. Not concocting. Let me put this down for a second because it's messing with my psyche right now. Not concocting false evidence. So, candidly, it is difficult to imagine. Oh my gosh, why did that? Hold on. Let me fix my screen real quick, y'all. Sheesh. We got some stuff going on over here, and I don't know why. It's making me angry. It's making me angry. Okay. Let's hold on 1 second. Let me fix my screen. Okay. Bam. We there. All right. We were at 59. Okay. So, candidly, it is difficult to imagine that a mother would do the acts listed below to their own child, but screenshots included in the complaint prove otherwise. Oh no, not screenshots. She said, I'm a screenshot you. I'm playing with you, lady. Stop playing with me. So Desiree unlawfully wiretapped Demori and Javon's bedroom. Desiree at an unknown time conspired with others to um basically plant a camera into the Headley's bedroom without their knowledge, which existed since at least July 18th of 2022. Desiree literally admitted this fact in a frivolous lawsuit she filed against Javon. That's the husband. So she admitted that she placed the camera in their bedroom. This is crazy. What? This is nuts. Dang, you don't like that dude that much? Anyway, Desiree literally admitted this fact in a no, so we covered that. In her complaint, Desiree even included a snapshot from the illegal recording device in Headley's bedroom.
That's oh, yo, that shit is wild.
I was waiting for you to give me your insight on that. There is a picture of what I'm imagining is Javon in their bedroom or whatever. And like the way that the camera angle looks is so inconspicuous, like they probably wouldn't even have noticed that. Like They probably had been walking past that every day and just was oblivious that there's a camera in their bedroom. Well, of course they were, because this is why she's on her. Oh my gosh, they got a picture of the device. Child. In addition to the illegal camera, Desiree also planted a listening. Okay, this is the listening device. A listening device inside their bedroom. Lady, you want to hear everything?
Weird. Weird.
My first thing is like, okay, you know that's her husband, so you know they be in there bumping uglies, right? So you listening to all of that?
Weird.
She in there like Javon, and you just give it to me. I don't know what Demori would say to her husband, but this is just my embellishment. Give it to me, daddy. I don't know what she's saying to him, but you listening to all of that, you old weirdo. Why are you listening to that? Can they have some privacy? They are a married couple doing what married couples do, and you just listening in. Dang.
It's her child. That would makes it extremely weird.
It does. Like, why are you listening to your daughter bump uglies with her husband? This is ridiculous. Anyway, unbeknownst to the Headleys, Desiree kept both recording devices in their bedroom for years. And then now you telling me you've been listening for years. So you've been listening to them bump uglies for years? You're a sick individual, which is clearly illegal. It is. It's very illegal. The prosecutor in Javon's frivolous criminal battery case, which Desiree facilitated, even recognizes the illegal act of recording the Headleys in their bedroom. Why are you listening to them?
That is wild. You plant a video device and also a audio listening device in your child who is an adult who is married in their bedroom for a couple of years ago, it appears.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
then you file a case and you try to use the illegal things that you put in their room in your case.
right.
Something's not clicking up here with this person.
Yeah, yeah. Something, something is really, really. Some screws are really, really loose.
Oh, the missing
Up there.
screws. There ain't no screws loose. There's some screws are missing.
Something's happening where you just. Why do you think that's okay? This is a grown woman and a grown man in their bedroom where they sleep every night. They go to bed, they wake up, they go to work, they come home. Oh, baby, I missed you all day. I had a long day. I had a long day too. Like, I'm imagining this is what the conversations sound like. And you're listening in on what they got going on. That's disgusting. So, illegal recording audio from September 11th, 2023. This is how recent all of this is.
Yeah.
There's an audio recording of September the 11th, 2023 incident. This recording is an illegal recording, and even still inconclusive of battery. The recording captures the defendant yelling at the victim, and it sounds like the victim says, "Don't hurt me." So I'm in this situation. I'm imagining that the defendant and they're talking about is Javon, and the victim is Demori.
Yes.
Okay. So in another illegal recording, the victim confides in a friend that the defendant grabbed her neck. This would not explain the red. This would not explain the redness on the cheek, and it is not fully consistent with the witness, what the witness saw when they walked in. However, the victim's conversation with her friend is also a part of the illegal recording and is further hearsay. Even if they did have a fight, she didn't call you and say, "Mom, call 911.
Correct.
Mom, I'm being attacked." These are all alleged situations. Desiree, Dame Dash said he ain't mess with you for a reason.
That's very crazy.
Yeah. I think it was beyond him saying she was a snitch. I think he just felt her vibes was not right. Because what? She didn't call you, lady.
Yeah. Because it's one thing if something happened and she's like, Mom, I want advice, or Mom, I need you to help me get out of here, or if it were one of those things. But sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes grown adults in relationships have conflicts and nobody should get hands put on them. But that still could have been something that it could have just been a heated argument. And somebody could have
Right,
just threw something on the ground. But
right,
you listen and think, oh, somebody actually threw somebody on the ground. It could have been
right.
anything. But that you're invading their privacy horribly.
And then
Horribly.
they probably did it right after that. And you was listening to that too.
Yes, yeah, that makes it extra crazy. The
Oh,
makeup.
weirdo.
The makeup.
Oh my gosh. I gotta do this one more time. Hold on before I get to reading some more because I'm gonna say some things and I'm gonna say some things. This lady is crazy. Let me just one more time for the good time.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this video and on the Ambitiously the Podcast YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect the opinion of our and Ambitiously the Podcast YouTube channel. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. TVMA, viewer discretion is advised. All commentary is alleged.
Child, I had to put that on the screen one more time because I know I'm gonna say some things this evening. You weirdo, lady, you're a weirdo. Okay. Desiree illegally hacked Demori's iCloud account. See, that's before I even get to that, just that line alone. The things people do when they get into power is crazy to me. When you get like a ounce of power, you feel like you could just do whatever you want to do because you have that ounce of power. It's insane. It's freaking insane. But anyway, Desiree is also hacked and or directed. Desiree also hacked and or directed her highly trained technical staff at Rock Nation to hack Demori's iCloud account, giving Desiree giving her access to Demori's digital data, including text messages, photos, and videos. Demori has witnessed her mother direct her tech team at Rock Nation to infiltrate other people's digital data, including an instant where Desiree wanted to determine how a chart-topping artist's upcoming movie got leaked. This lady is nuts. This
For
lady
real?
is nuts. That's not even your child, and you doing this to people. Demori first realized her mother hacked her iPhone on March 1st of 2024, last year. On that day, Javon and Demori's friend, Sergine, called Demori after noticing that Demori's cell phone and Apple Watch were pinging in New York. You can't even have the common decency, right, to at least have somebody stationed in Miami, you feel me? So it could look like, oh, man, it just happened. That was like freak accident. You were looking at their stuff in New York,
Yeah.
where you live. Not where Demori lives, not where Javon lives, where you live.
Not in Florida.
This is insane, yo. This is insane. Woo, this is insane. Child, lady. Talk about overbearing mother. I
Yeah.
think she is the epitome. Oh my gosh, they got a picture of that too. A screenshot of that too. You see it.
Yep.
And she titles her daughter as my gorgeous
With emojis.
with emoji. Yeah, with heart eye emojis, a heart emoji, and a crown emoji. And she's pinging at blank, 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 West 26th Street, New York, New York. Girl, girl, what? Demori's Apple Watch also showed it was located at blank, 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 West 26th Street in New York, New York. If you don't know, that's the offices of Rock Nation in New York.
Yep.
So you know. Oh, I did my research because I'm nosy. So you know. When Demori checked her iCloud account on her phone, which she had in her hand in Miami, it showed that iPhone 2 on her account was pinging at Rock Nation's headquarters in New York. Girl, don't you got some business to be attending to?
You would think you executive at a very prominent record company, but yet you're taking your time to basically harass, stalk, and interfere in your daughter's life.
You got management to handle. You got
Budget.
artists to deal with. You got athletes to deal with. Because you know, Rock Nation, they're a combination of all of that. Like they like the multi-purpose company. Don't you have some business you should be handling? That's why Nicki Minaj mad at y'all now. Because she don't feel like y'all handling her business. Instead, you so busy tracking and finding out where your daughter is.
Who is a grown woman?
Who is a grown woman who is very married that lives in Miami. They said it's 1,111 miles away. She's that far apart and away from her.
Yep.
Girl, don't you have some business to attend to? You are an executive. You are the president of a company. You should not be tracking. And look, it's another screenshot of what she saw. Why are you tracking me and you don't even live in the same state as I do? This is insane. And then that would make me think like, so you tracking me? Is that to have people follow? Like you can have the people. I know exactly where she is. Let me send you the address. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, because it wouldn't be.
go ahead.
Oh, I would. It wouldn't be that far crazy that in addition to having the Rock Nation tech staff allegedly, or we have evidence somewhat somehow. I'm not a lawyer that show where she is to say, what if she did have like a private eye or something like that to follow her daughter around to actually get pictures like under for real surveillance? That's crazy.
Right. So the problem is that Demori only had one iPhone device attached to her iCloud account. The one, that one she was literally holding in her hand. Not her. She don't even have her husband's attached to her iCloud account. Just hers. Not surprisingly, Desiree's office at Rock Nation is located at blank, 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 West 26th Street, New York, New York. Now, I told y'all the address that I read was blank, 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 um, West 26th Street, New York, New York. That would make it next door. But then I'm imagining they have a whole building that's in there, you know what I mean? Possession. So, or maybe even two buildings, the one that she's in and the one next door.
Exactly.
Insane. And so then she gives a picture. Hold on, let me get to it. Then she gives a picture of the Rock Nation from the website, the Rock Nation's information, which is the blank, 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 West 26th Street, New York, New York. I'm not going to do the zip code either because, well, you could find it out if you want to. You could just go to the website because obviously that's what she did. I just don't, I'm not big on putting addresses out there. I feel like I don't, you know what I mean? But so Google Maps shows that blank, 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 which is next door, West 26th Street, the location appearing on Demori's iCloud account, and blank, 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 West 26th Street, which is Rock Nation's headquarters, are literally part of the same building in New York. Dot, dot, dot. What the hell did I say?
Dot, dot, dot.
What did I say? I'm no fool. I pay attention to details. I do. I pay attention to details. And I just said it before she even gave me the information. Then she got a picture of the location.
Mm-hmm.
She got a picture of the location, Rock Nation building and the building next door. Now the building, so called, that's a part of one building, and it's the same building. The building has like some covering on the windows, and it's kind of like blocked off, so you know that you don't go in that entrance. You go in the one next door, which is Rock Nation's headquarters, basically. Um, Demori believes that the iPhone 2 device in her iCloud account, which placed her location at Rock Nation, New York, in New York, was a device cloned by her mother's team. Yo, these people are slick.
They have
Ah,
resources. That's the
they
thing.
do. It's a lot of money over there.
Mm-hmm.
But just the idea that you would think that I'm going to do this to my grown daughter and her husband is just like crazy.
Yeah, and think about this. There's the video cam in the bedroom, the listen device in the bedroom, and then the tracking device to the access to. Well, it's not even tracking device; it's the access to your text messages, your videos, all that stuff.
What if she has some explicit videos in there with her and Javon?
Yeah, then that makes it horrible because that means you as a mother look at those.
Why would you look at something like that? First of all, as a daughter, I'm embarrassed for my mother to see a nip slip. I'm embarrassed for anybody to see that, to be honest. Like anybody saying, I'm like, but it's my mother. I don't want my mother to see. It's my mother.
I don't know why this just popped in my head. That when Demori was a kid, did her mother like read her diary and shit too?
Well, no, her mother wasn't there. Remember, her mother
Oh
was
yeah,
in
she raised
another
by a
building.
grandparent. Well, maybe this her
Yeah.
mother way of trying to make up for not being able to read her diary. And so it is crazy. It is crazy either way.
Like I couldn't read your diary back then, so I'm gonna look at your iPhone, your iCloud, and put some devices in your bedroom. She didn't even, and then what that makes it even worse because she didn't put it all over the house because the house that they live in or lived in at the time was her father Demori's grandfather's house,
Mhm.
so she had access to put it all over the
And,
house. She didn't put it all over the house, just in their bedroom.
and putting in the bedroom is an intimate location. That is crazy. It's one thing you put it like in the kitchen.
Right.
One thing you put it in the living room. Those would be the two. Like, all right, I don't want to see my daughter naked. I don't want to see my son-in-law naked. Let me put it in a place where a conversation would take place, and boom. But no, you put it in a very intimate place.
Right in the bedroom. You watching them do the hanky panky lady. It's crazy. Um again, dang y'all, this lady is crazy. Again, she looked crazy in the face, dog. You seen her picture?
Actually, I have it. Let me look it up right quick.
You gotta look her up while I'm reading this. Again, Demori has personally witnessed her mother order her team to clone a person's iPhone for her access. You see this lady? You tell me when you got the picture, because I need you to look at this lady. She looked crazy in the face a little bit, low key. Like she would do some weirdo stuff. She
Desiree
just give
for
me that
real.
vibe. She just she just she give me that vibe, man. Um, I'm not gonna
See,
put it on the screen because she just tried to sue Tasha K for using her picture. And I don't want no parts of that. But I could read this case, girl. It's public information. In Desiree's frivolous lawsuit recently filed against Javon, she somewhat admitted to hacking Demori's phone. Desiree filed screenshots of text messages between Demori and Javon, but failed to adequately explain how she acquired them. She snitching on herself. She is the most horrible. That's how I know she snitched. The stuff that Dame Dash was talking about, I believe it just from this case
yep.
alone. I believe him when he say, yeah, she's a snitch.
In a sense of how she does not look like a classic beauty. Um, the thing that when I did look at hair, I did think about the line with the Becky with the good hair for some reason though.
Because
Um,
she's Hispanic.
but that line popped in my head because I seen Jay Z next to her. They were smiling and laughing. But
Hmm.
yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, she to me she does look like in the face, and pictures could lie, that she had a turbulent some part of something,
And
but
maybe
she
that's
made something
why
out of
she
herself.
doing the stuff that she doing.
And then it makes it interesting because the whole snitch thing, and you're showing that you have capabilities of doing something, and now, and this is me allegedly jumping just out into the ether a little bit.
Okay.
Who's to say that some of the people that were part of the ROC tech team are not actual government people that know the tech, in the sense of that's just an idea that I'm just putting out there, kind of interesting to say the least.
I have no disagreement with that part.
Mhm.
No disagreement at all, because it's like, she got state of the art people, and the state of the art people usually come from the government. Like, they might not work for the government anymore, and they just took a job over there. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna make more money over here, so let me go over here. That
And
lady give me all of this, everything that I'm reading right now. Just looking at her, I'll be like, yeah, I can see it.
look, I'm
I
not
can
putting
see
it
it.
past anything. I'm just saying it's very all right, cool. If you are a conglomerate company that plays a part in all this stuff, it's one thing to have a tech department. Because I do think everybody should have a tech department if you have a big enough company. But you
Yeah,
have a tech department that actually is specialized and efficient at cloning phones. It's one thing to have somebody in tech that say, "Hey, go to YouTube and figure out why this video got leaked or who posted this." That's one thing. But hey, I need a phone clone because one, I need to see what my daughter doing. Two, hey, how did he leak this record?
right.
That's
I need to figure
crazy.
this out. And then the fact that your daughter is sitting there with her phone in her hand, like, what?
Yeah,
What? That's insane. I'm looking at my phone, but it's telling me that my phone, I'm in Miami, and it's telling me that my phone is in New York. New York. That's insane. The prosecutor in Javon's case even noted the oddity of Desiree's ability to provide private conversations between Demore and Javon that backdated back to 2017.
think about that. This is
That's crazy.
this is basically crazy because how long she probably has been spying on her daughter, her husband, and their relationship in the privacy of their own home and bedroom.
But
And
let me
it's
say this.
no,
Demore and Javon met each other from interviews that I saw. They met each other in high school.
okay.
They've been together that long. So if they've been together that long, ciao, ciao, ciao. Okay. So the victim is very concerned with the conduct of her family. The victim found a tracker in her luggage. She got people following, dot, 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 dot. She found a tracker in her luggage and believes that she was followed to SAO when she came in for a pre-file statement. When the victim came into SAO, an attorney for the witness also appeared and inquired with the receptionist as to the whereabouts of the victim. The victim claims her family has hacked her iCloud account and accessed her private data and information. The victim's mother provided the state with a Google Drives of evidence which contained private conversations that the victim had with the defendant dating back as far as 2017. So that's what,
Crazy.
yeah. Child.
So this so when she went to basically complain about her mother, Desiree turned over evidence that she basically illegally collected on her daughter and her husband. when her daughter went to go talk to in an SAO state attorney's office.
Right.
That is like dumb though. Why would you? They'd be like, "Hey, how'd you get this?"
One of the dumbest criminals I ever seen.
No, no, ma'am, Miss Perez Desiree. I don't know. You got a lot of names. Where'd you get this?
How did you get this? Why is this in your possession? I know you're trying to prove your point and all, but you do know this is illegal.
Wait, what year is it? It's 2025. This 27. How long have you been?
Yes.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yes. So, as explained below, Desiree used illegal bedroom recording, stolen iCloud data, and other means during her conspiracy to fraudulently convince people that Demore needed to be unlawfully committed to a mental health institution and a rehab facility under Florida's Baker Act and Markman Act statutes. She used the same information to get Javon falsely arrested. Oh, child. This lady. I seen some crazy mothers in my day, but if this is true, she takes the cake
This
of
I want
crazy
to see. I want
moms.
to see one of the crazy movies about a mom like this because they'll be like, "What?"
And we always look at those type of movies and be like, "Oh, this is just freaking like this is bullcrap." It's just a movie.
Real
Obviously,
life,
it's not.
alleged real life, y'all. Alleged real life.
Desiree threatened to Baker Act Demore. Desiree's first time threatening to commit wrongfully Demore committing wrongfully Demore to a mental health institution occurred in September on September the 14th, 2023. That day, Desiree lured Demore to her home in Pinecrest, Florida, under the false pretenses that Demore's uncle needed to be taken to the hospital, which is untrue. She using the family members to get her. She by all means necessary, I'm gonna get this child where I want her to be.
The uncle like, huh?
Like,
Why
ain't
you
nothing wrong with me.
look,
What she talking
I'm over
about?
here. I'm over here playing dominoes.
Right. Bones, Nick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He done slammed it down the what? I'm all right. Girl. That day, Desiree. Okay, so no, 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 no. All right. So Desiree rushed to her mother's home and was confronted by her mother for an intervention. Not an intervention.
This, I ain't
Not
gonna
an
front though.
intervention. She probably was in there like,
Layered though.
I seen people on drugs before.
No, it's kind of crazy that she used the intervention. Now, my only question is, was this because we've seen how interventions go? We watched the TV show Intervention. Was there anybody
Mhm.
there other than her, or her mom just sitting there like, all right, this is an intervention? Ain't nobody else here. Where's the counselor? Where's the intervention specialist? Where
The
my
person that's
uncle?
supposed to be talking me into going into rehab, where they at? As
I want to know. Well, I'm sorry.
I do want to know too, but so as seen below in the snippet from the police report, Desiree admitted to having an intervention for Demore and that she hired a counselor named Victoria Hunter.
So she tried to set the scene, though. I give her credit for that. She tried to
She
set the
did.
scene.
She I give her that too. She did try to set the scene like, I gotta make it look like a real intervention. So here's what the snippet says. Contact was made with Miss Desiree Perez and involved other, who advised that she is the mother of Miss Lopez. This is before Demore got married to Javon. Miss Perez advised that she brought a counselor over named Miss Victoria Hunter, involved other, with the family to have an intervention for her daughter, Miss Lopez. She set the scene.
And it's crazy because now it's kind of weird because does it really involve the husband as much anymore? Because apparently she did this before, like you said, she married, but they could have been in because you said they met in high school, though, right?
Right. They met in high school. That's how she knows Javon. They met in high school. They've been long
Okay.
time. They
This is
had been
before.
long time boyfriend and girlfriend, and then eventually they got married.
Okay. So, damn.
Yeah, this lady is crazy. Although Desiree told officers that Victoria Hunter is a therapist, Miss Hunter has never been a licensed therapist in Florida. Desiree convinced Miss Hunter to lie to the police and falsely claim that she was a therapist.
Damn, damn,
Not acting.
damn.
Child, this lady, if any of this is true, this lady is a nutcase.
I don't know why.
Demore was not interested in her mother's intervention and demanded to leave. However, Desiree prevented Demore from leaving by confiscating her dog. Not taking my dog.
That's crazy. You pet napping now? You pet napping now?
You pet napping. You took my dog. Not my dog. Desperate to leave, Demore attempted to climb over her mother's security fence. It's that serious. Desiree pulled Demore back and stated, "I'm going to Baker at you if you stay with that ninja with a hard R.
Yeah.
I will have you committed."
All right. Can I have a little bit of liberty to ask a question?
Go ahead. Do your thing.
My curiosity, though, is there's always been some kind of weird interest in between Latinos and Black people, no matter what Latino you are, no matter what Black person you are. But she did use the hard ER.
Not she said
Yeah, the ER, a hard one. So I don't know. I don't keep going. I'm trying to angle things to like, is it no? But you work for, but then you are from, but then you grew up around, but then you don't act, but then you work for the Poe, or
And that's the crazy
allegedly.
part. Jay-Z initially is her boss.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to formulate in my mind at least who in my mind this person really is. Because it's
But
one part. Oh, good.
I was gonna say there's always that wolf in sheep's clothing idea.
Okay.
She not telling him that she used the hard R. When she went him, she probably used the A or the AH.
Okay.
But then now when it's concerning her daughter and the person that she don't want her daughter to be with, it's a hard R. You know what I'm saying? If she even used the word ninja in Jay-Z's presence, period. You know, you put that mask on like, oh yeah, I love Black people.
I want to see what her previous husbands look like now.
So here, I want to read this one little statement that's at the bottom of this document. It says, when the police, you know what I mean, reported the incident, the Headleys were dating and not yet married. The report refers to Demore as Miss Lopez because they weren't married yet. They was still dating each other. And I think this is where it all started. Like, she like, oh, you dating that hard R? You dating that hard R? Oh, no, you're not. You better bring it back to the Hispanic side, girl. Which is something that this gentleman I actually follow and watch in some of his podcasts. He talks about that with being a heavy thing within the Hispanic community.
Yeah. And
like he's Mexican. You know what I'm saying? And he's saying, like, when it comes to certain ethnic backgrounds, they want lighter. They don't want to go darker.
Yeah, that is.
For him, he would be considered one of the darker skinned Mexicans, and he's not dark. He's what I expect a Mexican to look like, right? But he's like, nah. And if they date Black, his people will be saying all kinds of derogatory stuff. But he loved Black women, by the way. But they say all kinds of derogatory stuff because they don't want. And it's the same thing in Dominican Republic. Why do you think they try to block people from Haiti from coming over there?
Yeah.
They want lighter, not darker.
Yeah, I think it's funny when Godfrey does.
Wait, move your mic, babe. Move your mic.
Hello.
I can hear you. All right,
Okay.
I can hear you.
No, I think it's funny when the one comedian Godfrey does a joke about Dominicans, and I know Dominicans. Dominicans, the ones I know, they do kind of say that they're not Black. Just because your skin tone is the same color as mine, but you speak Spanish, If you don't say
Or
nothing, you just like me.
or just think about the idea, why do they have to put Afro in front of Latina instead, or Latino, instead of saying just I'm Latino, I'm a Latin. They have to distinct the different. They have to
Yeah.
have the distinction of what it
And
is. And that's insane because all of y'all descendants from Africa, but whatever.
yeah, and just a key side note too. The images that I see of her husband's exes, and the one looks very Latino. The other ones, you know, they're Latino, but you would not mistake them if they were just a light skinned black dude.
Right. You know what I'm
But
saying?
very
But they're
interesting.
Latino. We know they're Latino. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
So the idea of her daughter dating a black man probably made her lose her. Nah,
But that
because there's a
means
difference between it being a darker Latino too. She dating somebody who speaks Spanish. You feel me? I don't think she would have that. It's a black man, an African American man. Javon is not Latino. Javon is black.
and that'll be an interesting thing if we were able to see into her psyche. Is like we understand that he's a black man, but if he did speak Spanish, would that change anything?
Right.
It'd be weird if it did, but
It
that's kind of
it
interesting.
would, but at the same time, it wouldn't. It would still make sense to me because that's a thing. I dated a young man, and it was crazy because he was Mexican, Native American, and black, right?
Mhm.
And one thing that he was, I could never take you to meet my mom's,
Ooh.
and I always went. And well, you see, he ain't around no more. But I
Mhm.
always wondered why that was. You feel me? Like, why not? And he wouldn't say it, but now that I've gotten older, because this was when I was in my early 20s. Now that I maybe even just hit my 20s. Now that I'm older now, right? I'm like, that's why. Because I'm a chocolate African American woman. Although she don't know I got everything in me. I hate to even define what I am because I'm everything. I'm the world. You feel me? But in their mind, because of the color of my skin, you feel me? It would have been a problem. And he was light complected, the fine hair, really long, fine hair. You feel me? Like, but he loved my black ass. Anyway, but I had to get, because I ain't never gonna be in no situation where I can't be around your family because of the color of my skin. Like, screw you. Get out of here. Um, and it's not even his fault, it's really his people's fault. But I be damned. There's some things in this life that I just can't subscribe to, and that's one of them things. And if it's gonna be a problem for you and I to be together and like be happily together, like in our families intermingle, I can't do it. I can't. So Desiree's statement was not some veiled threat veiled threat, and later came to fruition as explained below. Okay, so Demori called 911 and requested police assistance. Desiree flaunted her power as the CEO of Rock Nation and claimed that she had the Pinecrest police in her pocket. Child. Oh!
Look, you know what's crazy? She giving Diddy vibes.
She is. She really giving Diddy vibes right now. They in my pocket. Like, they in my pocket.
Call him. I can make shit disappear.
Right. People be disappearing all the time playing with me. Pinecrest police arrived on the scene and eventually forced Desiree to allow her daughter to leave. But due to her influence, the officers did not press charges against Desiree for false imprisonment.
Or dog
They in her
napping.
pocket.
Or dog napping. Look, call Peter.
Yeah, I want my dog.
For real.
Give me my dog. Stop playing with me. I want my damn dog, lady. Took my damn dog. Something you could charge it with something. Yeah, charge it with dog napping or something. I don't know, pet napping. But I want my damn dog. The same day, Desiree showed up to Desiree's grandfather's home, where the Headleys were residing.
Is that
Desiree
a
confronted, huh?
No, I noticed that they did switch from the incident, which was she was still Lopez, to where the Headleys were resigning. So I didn't know
So
if there was
I'm
like a
by
switch
this
or if
time I'm
changing.
assuming that they're married.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking too.
So, um, and they probably was like, you know what, we're gonna make her real mad. Let's go get married.
Or
Not that they don't love each other, but you keep interfering in our little love life. I'm defiant in that way myself. So, all right, you want to be mad? I'm gonna make you real mad now.
and if that's her man, he might have been like, "Babe, come on now, look, let's just get married. I love you. If your family tripping like that, I want to be your family. I want you to be my family. I want us to create a family."
Right. And I want to piss this bitch off. I'm gonna be
Wait, it
honest.
does say the same day though. That's kind of weird. I
So
just
I
noticed
don't know. I
95.
mean, well,
That's
maybe they just calling them the Headleys now because they married,
okay.
because they're currently married. So, but at the time he was living at the home with Demore.
Okay.
So, but now they're currently married. So if they got Headleys in there now, it's probably because it says that they weren't married. You feel me?
Mhm.
So I don't know. Desiree confronted. Oh, let's get ready to get juicy. Let's get ready to get juicy, child. So Desiree confronted Javon and told him, "I know everything that happens with you and Demore. Of course you do. You bugging everything,
Since 2017, at least,
right?
allegedly.
If you stay with her, you're going to get yourself taken out."
That is a wild statement.
You
It
threatening
is.
me, lady?
You know what's
That's why
crazy too?
they was like, "Oh, all right, she threatening us now. Oh, we definitely getting married now."
And I'll be fair. This is a statement you think a dad would say about a boy messing with his daughter or something. This is a statement a mom is saying about her daughter that she fucking spies on heavily. That's
Right.
weird. That is weird.
Dad, I could see a girl dad doing something like, You gotta leave my daughter alone." But this is a lady.
But it's even if the boyfriend actually did something.
And I don't think in this case, in this particular incident, that he did anything. I think she just didn't want her daughter with him.
Want to know why?
Um,
Other than the skin color, the language barrier. I want to really know why, but
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
know. But based upon Desiree's threats, the Headleys moved out of Demore's grandfather's home in October of 2023. I would imagine, and into a home located in Homestead, Florida. In response, Desiree rented. This lady is crazy. In response, Desiree rented the house directly across the street from the Hadleys in Homestead and pointed a camera towards their home and ordered private investigators, many who were unlicensed, to stalk and harass the Hadleys.
All right, hands down, this is already fucked up. This case
Move
is
your
fucked up.
mic.
I said, hands down, this case is fucked up and crazy as hell right now. I'm sorry, it is. You
We gonna
go
stop.
to,
Yeah,
huh?
go ahead. No, go ahead. What you was gonna say?
You you try to have your daughter Baker acted in the other act, in the Marchman Act. You kidnap her dog. You retain her. You say you got a police in your pocket. She calls the police. The police come. Whatever it is, use your power. They don't press charges against you. Your daughter is free to go. Somewhere along the lines, maybe, maybe not. They at least get back. Well, they get married, maybe elope. I don't know. But then you get your daughter scared enough that she doesn't want to be where she was residing because that's where she was raised.
In her
That then
childhood home, she don't want to
in her
be there.
childhood home, you scared your own daughter from her childhood home. They moved to another place. And then after, and remember, this has been tracked since 2017, though. You then rent the house across the MF street and point a camp.
And
Couple of
then get
questions.
people to follow them and harass them.
And I brought up the whole private investigator stuff earlier. Yeah, this lady is off the chain, off her rocker, screws missing, fuck loose.
Let's take this a step further. The investigators who stayed across from the Headleys work for CTS Research, Inc. CTS is in New York.
Mhm. That was that company, the security company. I think it
Yeah.
was when we read the first.
CTS investigators followed the Headleys 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Yeah, the title is what it is. We see the insanity. We see the insanity. Lady,
I don't want. Is it really the insanity of Rock
move your
Nation?
mic, babe.
Is it really the insanity of Rock Nation, or is it
Oh
just
no,
this
because they
lady?
got, if she doing it, then you know they doing it too.
Okay,
She don't
okay.
feel so comfortable that she just could do this kind of stuff without, like, birds of a feather. And it's been said stuff about Jay-Z for a long time.
Okay, okay.
We
All right.
just ain't had no proof of it. But I don't know, she low-key snitching on him.
I want to see the Jay-Z connection, but so far it's just like this lady. But I understand what, because that line that is, or the footnote says, she did everything that they want to get Diddy for already. I'm seeing this right now. Everything they was trying to get Diddy for, she is really doing it. Really,
As
she's
shown
outside.
below, Desiree frequently used her financial resources, power, and influence to cause police officers to do as she asks. If she
That's
can
what they
do
say.
it,
But
why
there is
can't he?
proof. There is like more proof in her situation than it was with Diddy, kind of, sort of. And
Yeah,
especially with a person as our daughter, a blood member of your family, saying, "No, I don't want you to do this. You are harassing me." Compared
right.
to somebody saying, "Oh yeah, I want another freak off," or "I kind of miss the freak offs." It's kind of a different thing, but she is doing all the diabolical and
And
insidious shit.
snitching on her own self. That's the crazy part about it.
No, I agree with you. The snitching, like, hey, no, I got evidence they did it. How do you have evidence? Well, all right, don't worry about what I did. What I did is not
This is
important.
what's happening.
This is what's going on. But is this their bedroom? That's unimportant. Did you hear what they said? That's what she's
Listen
really doing.
closely.
Yeah, look, listen closely. But
Did you
ma'am,
hear her say, "Don't hurt me"? Did you hear that? But
ma'am,
ma'am, she didn't call you. She didn't call the police. It's not the point.
look,
Listen,
why is this picture from their home and bedroom? Just look, I'm gonna take the picture away. Just listen to the audio then. But ma'am, why do you have the audio?
here's a
Look,
Google
I
Drive
just tell you what they
full.
did then.
Right. Here's a Google Drive full of information.
That is crazy as hell.
Child, the insanity.
Oh, oh,
And
here's the
I
thought.
said The Rock because she's the president, not necessarily because of Jay-Z. But again, birds of a feather flock the fuck together.
And this is gonna be honest and fair too. This is a dot dot dot, and this is fully alleged. If she has the gall, the balls, the gumption, the motivation, the I'm untouchable to do this, let alone to a family member, let alone her daughter, then that would lead credence to the fact that she may, as alleged Dame Dash said,
Be a snitch. He said she is a
because
snitch.
it's one thing to snitch on yourself and think, oh, I might get in trouble for this. Another thing to snitch on yourself, like, I ain't getting in trouble for this.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Child. Doc. I couldn't wait to get to this part because in my mind, I was like, this is insane. First of all, the fact that you putting devices and cloning stuff. Your daughter is a grown woman. You know her husband is bumping uglies, and you just, why are you in a business?
I ain't gonna front. This case is extremely interesting because it is very layered. It's one thing for me to say what I said in the first day, which I still think it exists, but I'm trying to figure out why it exists. If you're
Right.
jealous of what your daughter has going on with her life, it's not your life;
Or
it's her
maybe
life.
it's the guilt that you were never there. You didn't raise her. Although she knows you're her mother, her grandparents raised her.
But you
You were
can't make
out
it up.
gallivanting and doing what it is that you wanted to do. You probably provided financial stability for her, but you weren't there. So y'all probably don't really have a real relationship with each other. And you might want one and you just don't know how to go about it because you're a weirdo.
That, and also your child is grown now,
Yeah,
and you are doing over intrusion into their life.
yeah. Because why you got cameras in their bedroom? Not nowhere else in the house. In their bedroom. Listening devices in their bedroom.
Tracking a phone and then renting the house across the street with the cameras. That
And
is crazy.
And then the location say that you at Rock Nation. The phone is at Rock Nation and the phone is in her hand. Even her
And
friend is like, why say you in New York? She's like, I'm not in New York, I'm in Miami.
because I tell you, this is an interesting part that I don't know if you caught what I caught too. It is that she's using her resources to do a personal thing to her daughter. Because it's one thing to, hey, do a surveillance, figure out what's going on, and report back to me. It's
Right,
another thing is, I want to see where you are right now, and I can just pop it up.
right. Oh, y'all moved? Oh, y'all thought y'all was slick. I'm gonna get the house across the street. Like, this is insane.
Yes.
How did you know where we lived at? We didn't give you the address, bitch.
Look, wait. My sister and myself, I say I got you on my, fucked up.
And I
Hey, I'm gonna
imagine
bitch at everybody.
yeah, I imagine because of her trying to do the intervention, right? I'm doing this because the lady wasn't even a therapist. So intervention. At that point, Demore was like, I don't want to talk to you no more, lady.
You know, and another part too is that even she if Demore was on drugs or whatever, what is to say that Javon, who I'm assuming is in love with her, wouldn't stand by her side throughout the whole rehab and ordeal? So that's still not getting rid of him if
Right.
that's what the goal was. So I'm that's what I'm confused. This is why this case is interesting, because I'm like, is it a personal thing? Is it a business thing? Is it a criminal thing?
But
Is it a enterprise
nobody
thing?
ever said that Desiree was a genius. Desiree is smart in the sense that she know how to put herself in the right places at the right time to be in the right situations.
Okay,
But
okay.
not always does that equate to I have this well thought out. I'm very calculated and meticulous about my planning. She's not giving me that.
She did
None
get a
of
fake
from
therapist.
what her daughter is saying, none of what she's doing is like she really thought it out.
Okay. Which is true. She did not think it all out. I do give her a little bit of credit that she did set the scene and get a fake therapist. That is a
She
little bit
tried.
thought. She tried to do it. She get a what, a E for effort.
Yeah, she gonna
But
eat for
it's like,
effort. She tried,
I'm
but I
trying
don't
to,
think she had it all the way well thought out about how she was gonna go about it.
and this is the problem then too. If that is the case, she's been doing this since 2017 though. So I'm right now, I'm still like, nah, she's just crazy. She just,
Yeah, that lady is a
something
nutcase.
motivated her craziness that she feels that she can do it with her daughter or people below her, but she is at least smart enough to position, like you said, but you got to be somewhat cognizant of what's going on to position
Yeah,
yourself
you
a certain way.
smart in that sense, or you know how to put yourself in the right places at the right time to get the right connections to get the right things done. But nobody said all criminals are geniuses. They just know how to do that because they're criminals. That's what
I think
criminals do. And before she was the president of Rock Nation, she was a criminal. We went through her whole background when we first started this case.
she is fitting my favorite word, by the way. I just want you to know that.
Insidious.
Yeah, it's very slow. She is creeping and doing these things. And what she's doing is diabolical, but the way she's going about it is like,
I was
you've been
going to
doing
say
this
she
better.
already hit my favorite word.
Well, she hit my favorite word too. So that's she is insidiously diabolical or diabolical insidious. Either way, which one do you want?
It's a combination, but the lady is nuts. Like, girl, leave that girl alone. Leave that girl and her husband alone. If he is beating her ass, which I hope he not, Javon, don't be a dumbass because that's stupid. But if he is doing that, at least let her come to you and say, you know what I mean? Like, Mom, I need your help.
Yeah.
I need to get
So
out of here. But
Because
you're
the
not
other,
even doing that. You're just making up stuff.
because honestly, and this is the other flip side that I noticed, nothing has been said, and I understand that's the case, so probably nothing will be said. But it would have been one thing if you go to your child and you say, "Hey, if something is going," that's you or whoever being a parent slash just being, you know, a mother, father. Is
Right.
something going on? Do you need
Right.
to talk to me about something? Do I need to
Right.
help you with something? I love you. I
Right.
want you to be safe. But that's not. There's none of this in this at all. This is
Right.
you are a person, and I'm doing this to you.
Right.
So yeah,
I'm
it's
going to
good.
control you. You're going to do what I say, and you're going to get away from that hard R. Or else I'm going to put cameras in y'all bedroom and listen to y'all bump uglies.
And cameras across the street.
Yeah, and buy the house across the street and steal your dog.
I wonder did she buy out somebody that lived in that home too? Now that I'm thinking about everything. By the way,
Listen, who knows? What I do know is this, though. That lady is crazy. But I said when I looked at the pictures of her, like, she give me crazy vibes, though. She give me like she ain't wrapped too tight. And she might look like, when you first meet her, you probably like, oh, it's just this nice little Hispanic lady. But then if you never knew the things that you know about her background, you would probably think that. But then if you know the things that you know about her background, it's like, oh, hell no, that lady is crazy.
like she became Griselda for real.
She was moving heavy narcotic. That lady is crazy. So I don't know, but we're gonna get back to this next Wednesday because I'm very intrigued by this case right here. Very, very intrigued by this case. This is. I thought Lord Rod's case was intriguing, but this might beat that overall. And I like when they bring pictures and evidence into the briefing.
I mean,
And she snitched on herself. It's in the police reports.
I guess this is how I would say it. Lil Rod case was different because we're realizing that this is a fucked up how the world works. It was something that happened to a man with like Ninja. Why don't you swing back? Why don't you fight back? Why don't you just leave? Why don't you? But this is different because
You
it's
see what
also
happened to G in the bathroom? He ain't fighting back. And he wasn't even getting paid. He had to become a piano player on a yacht. Get out of here. He wasn't fighting
but
back.
that's I understand that's how we look at it because it's like, dude, you could have just
He
bounced
let
out.
Cuba grab his thigh meat.
And all these times he could have got up and bounced out, take the little dingy. Look, go with what was it, Justin's and shit. Hey, yeah, I understand your Uncle Cuba wild and shit. I'm out this bitch. He could have
Why
did
he
that.
ain't punch Cuba Gooding Jr. in the face?
That's what I'm saying. But I think this case is very different because one, it is a parent and a child, a mother and a daughter. It has money power involved. It has racism involved. That's at least with
That
that
in
with
itself
the
is
Diddy shit.
crazy work.
With
Like,
the
what?
Diddy stuff, there was no racism there. It was just weird shit. This
But
actually
it
had
was
racism.
intriguing. But I think I'm not saying they're the same kind of case because they're not two different types of cases. And I don't think we haven't gotten all the way through this case yet. I don't think anybody lost their life. Please, Father. But um, it does involve the tech world, and I love that part of like, oh, this bitch is cloning phones. This bitch is crazy. But it doesn't. What I'm saying is, it's more. I feel like it's more intriguing. I don't think it's the same situation. Of course, it's not. We reading two different cases.
Yes.
But I think this one is a little bit more intriguing to me because this lady is crazy. Diddy was crazy. Cuba was crazy because he was grabbing thigh meat and stuff. Rod was crazy, but he was trying to get his money. This girl not even, I want this lady to fuck away from me. And if she not going, if I can't get her away from me because she got the police officers in her pocket, then maybe this is the way I can get rid of her. I moved. They
It
moved
didn't
across
work.
the street.
That's crazy.
She stole my dog.
This is really made for a movie. This is
It is.
it's
I
every
think
it's every. Go ahead. I'm
somebody
sorry.
should start shopping that right now because it's definitely reading a hell of a script.
Yeah, it's no, because we like you said we watch movies like this, like Gone Girl. It's like what's the other one? It's the
Hell, Mommy Dearest.
Mommy Dear
About don't
Misery.
call.
It's a little bit of a misery in it in a weird way.
Yeah,
It has all those things of like, why would you just let them live their life?
right.
And
If
if
that's
you
who
do
she
want,
chooses to love, what does that got to do with you?
or
He ain't in your hoo ha. He in hers.
or
And
if you're trying to rebuild a relationship, come
obviously
at
she
it
liked it.
differently.
This lady is a nutcase, y'all. I promise you.
100%, 100%. I agree. I'm not. No, I'm like, wait, huh?
She got me scratching myself like this lady is
I'm
crazy.
Yeah. So far, everything is crazy, but I'm personally trying to figure out why. What is it so
I'm
much
not
that
trying to figure out because you'll never figure it out because it's somebody else and not yourself, and it's probably not some shit that you would do to your own child. Now, don't get it twisted. I, as a mother and as a daughter, right? I've been in a situation with my mom where I felt like she got too involved in my business. You feel me? That happens. Moms do that sometimes because they don't want to see their daughters get hurt by somebody. But this is not the case. You feel me? This is not the case. She threatening that man.
it's
She
the
trying to
length
get
of
her
time.
daughter put in a mental facility, a mental health facility. This is not the same. Like I said, it's been times when my mom has gotten too involved in my relationship. You feel me? Actually, with my daughter's father, when we were still together. You feel me? My mom did some stuff, reached out to him behind my back, and then he hit me up like, "Why is your mother hit me?" And I had to let her know, like, nah, it's boundaries. Let me deal with my shit the way I need to deal with my shit. But moms do that from time to time. But my mama ain't never put a tracking device on my phone. Like she ain't never tried to get my data off my phone. And after that incident, I think she realized like maybe I did step a little bit too far because I was in my feelings about that shit. But this is when my daughter was a baby, like she
And
a few months in, and I was still going through postpartum. You feel me? So she probably felt like, oh, maybe I should step in because she is going through postpartum. You see what I'm saying?
that's a justifiable reason.
You feel me? But once I put my foot down, like, nah, some things you're not allowed to be involved in. And especially when he wasn't really sticking his hoo ha, his dangling in my hoo ha that often. But it's somebody I'm intimate with. You overstepping your boundaries. And once I said that we ain't never had no incident like that ever again. This lady though, she is watching him stick his hoo ha in her. I mean his dingling in her hoo ha. She's watching. Did you see the positioning of the camera? It looked like it was
At the
directed at
headboard
their
of a
bed.
bed. Yeah, like it looked like it was like an alarm clock or something at the headboard of the bed, or a camera that was somehow put into the headboard of the bed because it had that weird little angle.
Yeah, like it looked
But
like it was directed like she could see Javon giving her daughter that work. And maybe she was trying to figure out like what is it about Javon? And then she was like,
that is still crazy.
that's what it is. Oh, I gotta get her away from him. He gonna trap her forever if he keep doing that to her.
That is even crazier.
She gonna be stigmatized if he I gotta get her away from her.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just a little comedy because this lady
No, I
is.
get the comedy, but it's still like, why would you be happy for her then? You gonna get
Let
your
her get
grandkids.
some wood.
You gonna get look, if do you want grandkids?
Right.
Oh, that's
Maybe
nothing. We
it's
ain't
because she don't want them color grandkids.
Oh Lord, here we go. But if that's the case, because she did use the hard ER, so I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just one of them things
She
that
didn't use the she used the
I
If
don't
you
know.
don't know what the or the I'm talking about, use your imagination. What do people of the palm color say to the people of the melanated color when they want to think they doing something. She used the not the it was
In quotes, in quotes.
Like, so I don't know, but this is a very interesting case, and actually, I'm glad that we're reading it because this lady's crazy. She's giving Lifetime movie vibes.
Yeah. Setting up scenes, ending scenes, police, technology, as you said earlier. What else? Multiple last names, different
Right.
connections,
Buying a
stalking,
house across the street.
surveillance, big money moves.
Got
What else?
people wondering why her daughter phone say you home? Yeah, I'm home. I'm at my house. But why I say
Threats,
you're in New York?
threats. Yeah, she has a little bit of everything involved in everything, and
Mhm.
that is why I'm, as we go through this, I'm asking because I'm trying to figure out like, is there a certain angle to it of
Maybe
why?
Demario get a little bit more in depth about that part. You feel me?
And
We
that'll
ain't even finished with the case yet, so maybe she'll get to that, like why she feel like that's happening or whatever. Maybe we'll get to the understanding of why she disliked Javon so much. Like maybe we'll get to all of that, but we still got a lot more to cover on this case, so we're gonna find out more as we go. We found out a lot more just covering what we covered today.
yeah, that she more crazy than a little bit.
And this is the person you got running your company, Jay-Z. Well, I guess you gotta be a little bit of crazy to deal with these people in the industry or all industries, because this chick is crazy. I'm sorry. This, and I thought this daggone Lord Rod case was crazy. No,
It's different. It's look,
I even thought Don Rashard's case was a little. Some of the stuff he was saying to her was a little crazy. This guy, all of them cases beat.
yeah, because it's everything mixed together. But
Yeah,
the separation is there's a blood tie between her and her daughter compared to
exactly.
everybody else. If they
But
really want
the
to try
Don
to,
Rashard case had me saying, "Your mama got the money, nigga.
true, true,
Her mama
true,
got the money, and her mama is crazy."
true.
Oh my gosh,
Well, his mama crazy, that was you meant, but yeah. But
her
it,
mama crazy. Her
yeah, yeah,
Demori's
hell yeah.
mama is crazy. I knew exactly what I was saying. His mama ain't crazy. His mama chilling.
Now look here, look hypothetical crazy shit. Cause her and Diddy ever met, they looked at each other like, nah, I ain't fucking with you, you crazy. And then they said it to each other at the same time, they just walked their separate ways.
Nope. I don't even want no party. I got my own crazy going on. I don't need your crazy too.
And they just went
He
like, all
like,
right,
I'm
look,
over here messing with the pink stuff. She like, nah, nigga, I'm tracking people phone calls and watching them bump uglies. Yeah,
look,
I know it's my daughter.
look, you talking about, nah, you can't handle my crazy. I know about all the baby oil you got.
How you know? Right. Exactly.
Like, nah, your ass crazy. You're
How you know
like,
about that? Don't worry
look,
about all that.
look, you had to be crazy to order this much baby oil. That's their conversation.
I just know that it's a whole closet full.
They all crazy to each other.
I tracked your order
That's
from
crazy.
Johnson and Johnson. I
That's
also know you
crazy.
got Astroglide in there too. Listen, this is
That's
this lady
crazy.
know too much. She is too much. All right, it's time for me to do these love notes real quick because this lady is a lunatic. I don't even know what else to say. And I would, if I was her daughter, I'd be thinking like, so you've been watching me get some? You nasty bitch. Like, why are you watching this? In the
I'll
angle, y'all go to the app so you can see
facts.
what I'm talking about the angle of, or maybe I'll show it. I'll show it. Oh no, it's not on this case. I'll show it the next time, the next Wednesday when we get back into this case, because I'm gonna have to recap a lot of stuff. for y'all to catch up if you haven't caught up. So next week, I will definitely show you the angle of said picture of the camera that she had placed in their bedroom. I'm gonna show you because the angle is at the bed. I don't care what nobody say. That's the bed.
Yeah, you
So
see the
she
little
been
bear
watching.
with you see the little rose bear on the side
Yeah.
on the dresser
So
and
she
shit. No,
been
I looked at
watching
the whole thing. I'm
Devon
like,
slap her daughter cheeks.
that is crazy.
That's insane. I don't know what to say about this. Anyway, it's time for this. This is this is insane. This is nuts. I never in my life heard of no stuff like that. Maybe she just trying to figure out what it is that this girl love about this boy so much. I don't know.
That's still
Like,
crazy.
what is he
Aren't you?
doing to her? Like, I'm just in my mind. I'm thinking like maybe that's part of what is he doing to her that she won't leave this air. Why won't she leave this air? Let me see. Let me see what he be doing to her in the paper. I'm gonna put a camera in there real quick. I don't know.
That
It's
is
time for the love
crazy.
notes.
Maria, why you do that?
Doc, why is she watching them bump uglies?
I don't know. I do
All
not know. But I'm gonna
right,
re up while you
all
do
right.
that.
I'm about to get to these love notes real quick because this is strange. This is a strange case. Let's get to it, though. Um, it is now time for me to show some love, y'all. I want to thank anybody who's watching from Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Rumble. Thank you for watching this insane case today because why is this lady watching them bump uglies? That's nasty, lady. It's nasty. Anyway, it's time for me to give some other love. This love stretches across the world, across the seas. Um, this is our listening audience. They are amazing. Every time I look at the listening girls, I get happy. So thank you guys. And this is my way of telling you guys that I love you and just thank you for being here and listening to this podcast because you don't have to, but you do. And I appreciate y'all for that. It is now time for the love notes. How do we come up with the name love notes? Well, I used to call it love. Doc used to call it show notes. I was never going to call it that. Um, but then we came to the compromise because what we realized is there's no love without compromise. So we came to the compromise and now we call it love notes. And I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. Also, Doc said I had a stack of papers the size of a composition notebook. I did, and there was a lot of papers though. I did have a clipboard. He said that yesterday. I had a clipboard. Um, and I was just going through the list, reading them all. But the list started getting longer and longer, and it's very impossible for me to cover states, countries, cities, states, countries, and territories. So now we only do countries and territories because it's the easier way to do things. And plus, we wanted to go green. We got to get tired of being talked about. We was tired of it. Now we do this, baby. Yeah. Now we do this. Man, thanks for all of the love. I love you guys so much. You're extraordinary. Shout out to the United States, the United Kingdom, India, China, Canada, Belgium, specifically Brussels. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the love and support, you guys. Y'all do y'all big one, and I love y'all for it. Russia, Indonesia, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Turkey, Switzerland, Germany, Mexico, Austria, Philippines, and Kenya. Hi, babies. Thank you for the love. I love you guys too. Pakistan, Romania, South Africa, Nigeria, Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, Ireland, and Nepal. I love you all. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the love, man. Thanks. Mauritius, Israel, Hong Kong, France, Poland, Tunisia, Venezuela, baby, Czech Republic, Portugal, and Morocco. Hi, boos. I love you too. You guys are extraordinary and amazing. Thank you. Ghana, Finland, Cameroon, Lithuania, Sweden, Bangladesh, and Latvia. Hi, babies. Thank you for the love. You guys are amazing. Thank you. So beautiful and wonderful to see you guys here. Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much, man. Oh, Jamaica, y'all getting it today. Hungary, Greece, Denmark, Jamaica, hold up. Slovakia, Ukraine, and Peru. Habus, I love you too. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the love, man. Last but not least, Italy, Egypt, Malta, Tanzania, and Cambodia. You guys are also amazing. Welcome to Tanzania and Cambodia. I love you guys. You guys are extraordinary. Thanks so much for the love, man. Let's get to what Doc has said, man. This lady is crazy, y'all. I'm, uh, I'm never gonna be that much invested into my daughter's business, especially if she's a married woman. She, unless you call me, it's none of my business. I don't want to see my daughter bumping uglies. That's nasty. Anyway, Doc has said we worldwide. When your child grown, let them live. Use the non-crazy approach if you're trying to connect. I'm just saying that's probably the best way for her to handle her business is to not be crazy. If you want a relationship with your daughter, the best idea is for you not to be crazy. It's not being crazy. That doesn't help the cause, man. It doesn't help the cause at all. Doc, I'm about to bring you in. Um, it doesn't help the cause at all, lady. You crazy, crazy lady. Um, Doc has said, top flight, catch the vibes to out crazy, crazy. Be jealous over a long time. Get a camera, a tech team, and work for Rock Nation. Tell me that's not cray cray. I'm just saying. This lady is nuts. What is wrong with her, Doc?
I
Why
did
are
not.
you doing? You snitching on yourself. That's what make it worse. You didn't say, "Oh, I ain't do that." I don't know what you talk about. You sending the evidence of you doing this to them.
Yeah, look, I got proof, ma'am. How did you get proof?
What is this a camera in their bedroom?
um, 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 um. You know who I work for?
I'm the president of Rock Nation. I can put cameras in people's bedrooms whenever I want. Don't worry about all of that. Worry about what she said. She said, "Don't hurt me," but she probably was saying that while they was bumping uglies. They had the lights off, and she couldn't see, so she thought he was choking her. Or he might have been choking her too, but in a good way. Some of us like to be okay, whatever. Some of us like some other extracurricular activities, right? So he probably was in a good way choking her. She was like, "You choking me, daddy." And then, "Don't hurt me. You feel me?" Type of situation. But
Yeah.
she took it as he was beating her ass, but really he was smacking them cheeks.
And your parents should not want to know that, shouldn't think about knowing that, and it's none of their business.
She didn't call you say, "Ma, he choked me. I asked him not to hurt me." She said that was from the listening device. So at the time they could have been being intimate and she choked me. "You choking me." You know?
Yeah. And
"Don't
so
hurt me." "Okay, hurt me." You feel me? She probably edited and then she got a tech team. So she probably edited that shit, you know what I
now
mean,
that
chopped up
would
the
be worse
snippets.
crazy.
Yeah. She probably chopped up the snippets to just make it just enough for what she wanted the police to hear. You feel me? But we probably couldn't even hear the cheeks clapping in the
That
background.
is worse. That you sat there. Did you edit it? Did you give it to a team? Even if you give it to a team, they're like, what is this? Just
Right.
take the part where it says "Don't hurt me" and put it together. Uh,
Listen
what is
closely.
this?
Listen. Desiree, you are out of control. I just need you to know you're out of control, girl. Don't let your this is my message for the day. If you come into power, do not let your power overtake your power. You feel me? Use your power for good and not for evil or your own malicious purposes. Cause
Yeah,
girl, this is very diabolical. I'm just so mad at her. I'm so angry. Why?
look. I just thought about this. How did she handle her men?
Oh my gosh. If he handled her daughter this way, I can only imagine how she handled him. She probably bossy as hell. She probably be, oh my gosh, I can only imagine. I would hate to be her boyfriend. Anyway, You going to this brunch with me today or else?
Hell no. Look, fuck this shit. I'm out.
It made me think of that thing. What is that? Scarface, I believe. Where he'd be like, "Esto porito."
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah.
That's
Same.
what she was saying to him. Oh my gosh, this lady is crazy. Allegedly. Doc has said hit that like button, tune in, tune in, live show, radio show, get the app. I'm just saying, y'all, you can read this case for yourself. We not making this up.
It's on that.
This we not making this. This is a real case from a daughter against her mother. And yeah, this is real. I can't believe this is real. I cannot believe this is real. I'm just in my head. I'm like, this has to be a skit or something. Like, it has to be. Who? What kind of mama? All right, you know what? I don't know. Anyway, Desiree, get your life together, girl. Nikki, they probably are doing stuff to you behind the scenes, and that's probably why you crashing out right now. All of this is coming together in my mind on why maybe she really is dealing with some stuff, and that's why she crashing out. I don't know. Anyway, oh my gosh, this lady is in that case. Let me say these things I need to say real quick. This lady is crazy. I cannot get that out my head that this lady is crazy.
Hundred
Um,
percent alleged.
she
100% alleged. No fault. No miscalculations, but 100% alleged.
allegedly 100% she's crazy. So, what?
I'm not. Look, I'm not being like her allegedly incriminating myself by allegedly saying I think this lady is 100% allegedly crazy. I said alleged.
Alleged. This is alleged that this allegedly this lady is a nutcase. Anyway, join the conversation. You can always do that by calling the number 443-551-5963, 443-551-5963. You can call in, you can text, or you can just drop a comment in the below whatever, and we'll read that too. All text message and comments get read out loud. Phone calls you will be live on the air, so just be mindful. But yeah, do that. Oh my gosh, this lady is crazy. So she just I can't get that out my head. This lady is crazy. Hit us up. Contact no, Desiree, don't you hit me out and don't you be tapping into nothing and making no clone nothing. You don't need my data. I ain't got no data you want anyway.
Oh, you
Sorry, I
know,
just had to get
already.
that out the way. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Or you can hit us up at ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com. www.ambitiouslyent.com. And while you're over there, join our coffee community so we can have salacious, titillating, and taboo conversation. I really want to have a conversation over there about this shit because I want to say all the shit that I want to say for what I'm really thinking over there. But join the coffee community so we can do that, y'all. And also, I can cuss whenever the fuck I feel like it. I don't have to wait for the words. I could just be like, shit, fuck. That's right, you fucking nutcase. I could say all that. Sorry. I just had to throw her in there real quick. She deserve it. If this is the stuff, if this shit is true, this bitch deserve everything I gotta say. Cause bitch, leave that girl, leave that baby alone and let her live her life. Damn.
Cuckoo,
Shout
cuckoo.
out to DJ Verkazy. Go DJ, because that's my DJ. Go DJ. That's my yeah. Shout out to DJ Verkazy. Let us know how you feel about these mixes on Fridays that we present to you every Friday. Um, because we would love to hear your opinion on his DJing, miraculous DJing skills. Um, and so if you want to hear the whole mix, you need to go over to www.ambitiouslyent.com. I'm going to put that on the screen real quick. Let me see if I got it in my Rolodex. Maybe I don't because it is Wednesday. And I usually don't. Okay, I don't have it. But go over to www.ambitiouslyent.com and hit the radio button or tab or whatever you want to call it. I'll put that back on the screen or whatever you want to call it. It's a 24-hour radio station. There's always music playing over there. And every now and again, you get a little talk radio. I feel like this should be on there. I feel like this episode right here should be on there because this lady is crazy. And I'm about to talk about her crazy from high and low. I just want to talk about it because this lady is crazy. But anyway, and need bookkeeping, go to www.laboraleebookkeeping, www.laboraleebookkeeping. We deal with small businesses, mid-sized businesses, and larger or corporations. We do all of that over there, but we're here to make sure that your money is on point and all your books are correct. That's what we do. All right, y'all. This lady is a nutcase. Doc, I'm
Cat.
just perplexed.
Look, you
Perplexed.
did give her a lot of information, so if she is crazy enough, she comes across this, you know what her capabilities are at least.
I know who did it.
You'll know who did it. This is proof. Dot dot dot
Y'all,
dot.
my witnesses. I know who did it. Hmm. I know who did it. You doing this to me, I'm doing this to you. Anyway, it is now time for me to get to my nightly sermon. Let me say this. I can, in her case, I'm gonna say that I'm just directing this to her too. Mind your damn business. Everybody's business is not your business, even if they are your daughter. That's not your business. Get out that girl business. Shit. Except for on Media Mondays, where I tell everybody's business because I'm nosy as hell and I be wanting y'all to mind people business with me. Um, Tap in. Sometimes I talk people's business, but it's not intentional. Sometimes it's warranted though. The wiretap, obviously I'll tell your business. You should not have a court case that's high profile, intriguing to me that I want to read it. Um, and you should not be a depraved, sinister, foul, disgusting, heinous, dirty, stupid, dumbass, diabolical. Go ahead, Doc. Take it away.
I think she's kind of wicked. I think
Yeah,
she's very contaminated. I think she's
yeah.
menacing to her daughter. She's threatening to old dude Javon. She's
Dang.
malicious to the dog.
Poor doggy.
There's something to go around him that is kind of foreboding. What if shit did get out of hand? And lastly, if this started back in 2017 and it's already 2025 and the recent things they have for 2017 to recently, that is very insidious.
Very insidious. Very, very
I had to
insidious.
explain it the way I thought about it.
Yeah, that's cool. It's just you're right. It's very insidious. Um, yeah. If you got if you any of those things, you got a court case, and it's high profile enough for me to be interested enough to look at it. We're reading it. Um, Wet and Wired is more me and Doc's business because we feel like it's fair to tell a little bit of our business if we want to be telling everybody else's business. Cattails coming. Everything is getting back in order now. I'm not injured not as injured anymore. So things are coming along. With that, I'm gonna just say, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Okay. I changed the names, so the only way they know it's you is if you open your stupid fat ass mouth. Shut the fuck up. And what you said, Doc?
Hit dog will holler.
Yeah. So shut the fuck up, dog. Anyway, yeah. Love your babies. Don't love your babies too much though. Like this is too much love right here. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Love your babies, hug your babies, and you're not even encouraging her. You're just being a dickhead. Um, Love your babies, hug your babies, encourage your babies, and tell your babies that they are the fucking goat, man. Desiree, you're not even telling her she the goat. You just prying into her life, being a bitch. Stop. Tell your babies that they are the goal. Hold on, let me get this on the screen. Tell your babies that they are the goal. If they want to work for NASA, tell them to be the best. And by the way, so y'all know, Desiree is a nurse. So y'all know. So
Desiree
she
or
doing
Demore?
good for herself. She is doing mighty damn good for herself. Oh bitch.
Demore. Demore is the nurse.
I mean, sorry, Desiree is the mom. That's the Rock Nation bitch. Demori is a nurse. I'm sorry, this two D's. Yeah, Demori is the nurse. She's a
Okay.
nurse.
I was like,
So
wait, did she kill patients or some shit too that we don't know about
she
yet?
might have. You don't know what Desiree out here doing. But anyway, Demori is a nurse. But if they want to work for NASA, telling people about astronaut, engineer, receptionist, janitor, secretary, or whatever the fuck else they do over at NASA, I don't know. I never worked for NASA. What I do know is, though, you should get yourself a telescope, not the kind that you look through your neighbor's windows with, you perv. A good one. Um, National Geographic. I'm tired of y'all shit. Anyway, um, get you one that has lenses, scopes, beams, app, and then go out, put it together because it's going to require some assembly, a little bit, not a lot. Put it together, go outside, and discover some shit with your kids, man. Make them babies more intelligent than ever. You might discover some shit. A comet, an asteroid, a freaking meteor. I hope they're all going past you, not coming at you. If they are coming at you, I don't even know how fast you can run for that type shit. They faster than you. Um, a planet that say is not a planet anymore, but I feel like it's still a fucking planet because the fuck, after all these years, now you gonna say it's not a planet? Fuck you, it's a planet. I had to build a solar system. It's a planet. Um, Damn it. They make me angry. A UFO. I'm telling you this not because I need you to know this. I'm telling you this so when they beam you up and probe you, they already have the information. Skip my house. You can go to my neighbors, especially the one across the street. You can go to her house. Don't come to my house. Skip over my house. I don't want to be beamed up, nor do I want to be probed unless you got a hell of a planet that's way better than this planet. Then I'll go to that planet. But I don't want you to beam me up. All right. Um, and then to the person I'm telling this to, come back and tell me about it. I'll believe you. I will. I will believe you. I just need this information in your body so they can just suck it out and already know. If they want to work for NASCAR, tell me about NASCAR driver, pit boss, pit crew member, commentator, engineer, because they have those over there too. Um, Whatever that is, like whatever they do at NASCAR, I don't know. They got a need for speed, and at one point in time, muscle cars was king, and in my opinion, muscle car is always king. Put the pedal to the metal meant them, not this fiberglass shit y'all driving right now. They was talking about those cars. Um, Listen, stay in your lane, Desiree. You need to take this advice too. For your daughter, though, stay in your fucking lane. My lane, your lane, not the same. Your lane over there, my lane is over there. In her case, your lane is in New York, her lane is Miami. Leave her the hell alone. Shit, I got her back now. I feel some kind of way about this shit. Um, but you jump into my lane, you're gonna get something that you do not want. I can promise you that. It's not even a threat, it's a promise. Because I don't make idle threats with hard R's. It's a promise. You jump in my lane, you're gonna get something you do not want. And baby, I'm trying to make us friends. I want us to be friends for a lifetime. So I need you to listen, hear me, understand me, and what I'm saying to you. Stay in your lane. You jump in my lane, you're gonna get her, and you do not want her. I promise you, you don't want her. You don't want her. She's not nice. She's not sweet. She's not kind. She's not any of that. She's a bitch. Leave her where she's at. You want, hold on. You want, put that on the screen real quick. You want her. She's sweet, kind, and cuddly. And if you get her, then you get the 2-for-1 special. Oh my gosh. Hey, you big purr bitches. Hey, you big purr. You want her. And I'm gonna tell you, if cat is purring, cat is a happy, happy girl. You don't want the first one. And plus, what usually happens when you jump to other people's lanes is a collision. Who the fuck needs that? I don't need that for me. I don't need that for my compadre over here, Doc. And I don't need that for you. And we don't need that for we. So stay the fuck in your lane, and everything is cool and copacetic. I promise you. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Obviously, I don't know. I feel sorry for Nikki a little bit too, because maybe that's why she's going crazy. But the crash house is crashing out right now, and they're not picking and choosing their battles wisely. Um, They're not. So I'm just say pick and choose your battle wisely. Every battle is not a battle for you to fight. Some battles you gotta be like, you know what, fuck that. You win. I'm worried about the war. And plus that Jigaboo said that he studied hip hop battles. Well, he obviously did not. He said he studied hip hop. He didn't study none of that. He didn't study none of that. I could tell. He got a court case right now. He didn't study any of that. Because if he did, then he would know that Mobb Deep said that there's a war going on outside and that no man is safe from it. Petty boots. They said that you could run, but you can't hide forever, baby Caligula, from these streets that we done took, little boots. And they said that you walking with your head down, scared to look, Drake. Yeah, I'm saying your name now. They said you shook because ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Mama say, Mama Sama Maku side. Fuck that shit. Worry about the war. Fuck the battle. The battle is what you got you in this situation you in right now. Worry about the battle. I mean, don't worry about the battle. Worry about the war. I'm sorry. You got me tongue tied because you're so stupid. Also a stupid motherfucker, but whatever. Um, Child, be you. Be amazingly you. Be wonderfully you. Be insanely you. Even if they say that they hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, and the way that you dress, 2 out of 3 of those things you can't help. But one thing you can't help, you cannot make a fake accent. You could not do that part. That part. And you cannot have court cases either, but whatever. Um, but if you're going to dress weird, just be the best dress weirdo ever. There's nothing wrong with being eclectic and different. And you can't help the way you walk. That's just the way you walk, like really. Remember what they eat don't make you shit, and vice versa. What you eat don't make them shit either. Period. And then also remember that you can't make anybody happy. You can't make people happy. You could add to their happiness, but you can't make them happy. My toes are so itchy right now. Um, you can add to their happiness, but you can't make them happy. So focus on making you happy. And then if you could sprinkle your little happy juice on that, their way, then more power to you. You came in this world by yourself. You're gonna leave by yourself. So even if you are a twin, so focus on you, boo. And remember, like, no matter how much you try to fix whatever you think is broken, you're not gonna fix it. They're gonna find something else to bitch about. So fuck them. And you know what I say about misery, or what they say about misery. Misery loves company. I say, tell that miserable bitch to stay the fuck away from you. I do. I'm bitch. Get back, bitch. You miserable self. Don't come over here. Um, and then remember to dream big. Dream so big that your dreams exceed the universe, and then jump into a whole nother dimension. Although I said your dreams, not your person. Aliens, I still want you to skip my house. And then when you realize the dream, visualize the dream, plan and execute, because that's the only way it's gonna fucking happen, baby. It's the only way it's gonna happen. That's it. This lady is crazy.
Uh, yes.
I can't get it out
I
my
will.
head. I'm probably
I
gonna
will.
have a dream about this tonight, like somebody putting a camera.
Hopefully not, but yes. I don't know if it's wrapped too tight or wrapped too loose. I think there's something missing that I'm waiting to see. Something missing that I'm waiting to see is what was the modus operandi?
Yeah.
That's really, and when I say it, I'm saying it because I'm trying to understand, like, why would you do this? But even in court cases, the legality of it, the modus operandi, what was your motivation to do this? We may not get it, but it has so many different layers of, like, did you feel you were trying to make up for being a absent parent? Do you really just want to be
And
racist
then
and you
y'all
don't?
had an argument, and she was like, "Fuck you, mom," and you was like, "You're on drugs." Type of situation.
Crazy shit, but yeah, all right, cool. One thing you kind of missed, and I'm gonna drop it right now. Do you approve the message you just said, ma'am?
Oh shit! All right, let me do this properly. And look, I'm prepared for the. And you got hold on. I can't even put that up, y'all. Let me prepare. Let me prepare. Let me prepare. Okay. My name is Kat Lee, and I approve this message. I'm prepared today. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. And I need the extra one. Yeah, bling bitches. Yeah, I approve
So
this message. We still got to figure out what office I'm running for. We don't know that part yet, but my name is
the
Kat Lee.
office. Oh,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
about to
know
give you an office.
what level of politics I'm going into, but yeah, my name is Kathleen, and I approve this message.
Bling.
I won't
Uh,
work for Rock Nation, obviously. I'll never get a job there.
I think it should be the office of learning how to love your child the proper way without being overly intrusive, letting them grow, at least molding them to the person you want them to be, and being a good person for humans, humanity, and your children. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Oh, that's a great office. I like that office. All of that stands for everything I stand for. I like this office. This is a good one. This is a good position to be in.
And the other
They need
lady,
to create that position for me, huh?
and the other lady, lock her up. Allegedly, I'm just saying, but
Allegedly lock that bitch up
she
because you
gave
crazy.
evidence. She snitched on herself with a thought that, oh, this is gonna be the right thing to say and do.
Don't worry about how I got it. I just got it. And yeah, the audio's been altered a little bit, but I got it. All
And
right,
that is
y'all. Thank talk. This lady is crazy.
all right. What's the night?
Thank, thank you for being here, my friend. At
Thank you for
least you see
having me.
what I see. That this bitch is crazy.
Oh,
Um,
I agree.
well, allegedly, she's allegedly crazy.
She's
Thank you for
allegedly crazy 100%.
yeah,
That's how allegedly 100% she is allegedly crazy.
yeah, 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 yeah. Anyway, thank you for being here for another crazy case. I appreciate you so much, sir.
Oh, thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate it. And we're not done yet because there's still more to come next week.
It is, so make sure y'all tune in for that because more crazy is coming. We stopped right here. We ain't even getting. It's more.
I want to say one thing because I think it's getting missed. If y'all are listening to this and y'all have made it this far, go back and watch the previous episode where we covered the first part. Leave a comment on how much y'all think this person, Desiree, is crazy. Allegedly, 100%. Give a number in the comments below, if you, especially if you watch it on YouTube or if
Yeah,
you watch it on Rumble or any other platform. Give a comment of a number of how allegedly you think the woman is allegedly 100% crazy. Allegedly. Allegedly.
allegedly 100%. Allegedly 1,000% is my number. I'm just saying. But anyway, oh my gosh, it's crazy when you got to put allegedly 100% crazy. We should not be feeling like this, Desiree. Anyway, y'all, make sure y'all tune in for next week's episode of craziness. Um, make sure y'all tune in this Friday for the fire mix, man. Just tune in, man. Just tune in. Anyway, we gotta get up out of here because we don't need that crazy rubbing off on us. Good night.
I'm allegedly throwing this in the trash because it's trash night.
I did mine earlier, but allegedly I'm getting out of here because I got a free night. My daughter left me again tonight. So good night, y'all. Be safe. Stay out of trouble. Don't do no crazy stuff like this, please. And just enjoy your lives and let your children enjoy theirs too, man. This is why my baby gone out right now because I see what I'm saying. I stand by letting. Okay, whatever. Anyway, good night, y'all. We love y'all. See y'all on Friday. Have a good evening. Stay safe. Bye. If I could ever get this on the screen. Bye.
Oh,